last we left off, you all had arrived in Glow Hollow. You had begun staying with Remy's master, Rayul, or visiting him at the very least, and then using his circle to send off Zensika Flintfingers back home. She is opting to seek help from the lodge in Elgrest to potentially help Knud. With that, I believe Adria, did your sister reply to you? I think she did in real time.
That's the hope. I haven't gotten that reply though.
Oh, okay. You would have to probably go there and get that reply then, because there is one.
Cool.
Or there would be one.
Weren't we lost in the city potentially at the end?
No,
we got back.
You got back. Yeah, you got back. And saw Zensika off.
Got it. And now we're just alone with this crazy old man.
Basically, yeah, and it's still it's midday, so you've got the day.
Yeah, she told me to come back tomorrow and get my message, didn't she?
She did.
Okay.
Does the old man have any opinions on the Naga stone that's in my mouth?
Would you like to show it to him?
I believe we ended the session with him literally sticking his head and shoulders in my mouth to look at it.
That sounds accurate. That sounds like some shit a wizard I made would do.
And then being completely unafraid to do it.
Yeah, he would come back out, and he would, well, it's magic, certainly, but I would need to test it, and what how does it affect you? Does it affect your eating? Does it affect your sleep?
Not that I've noticed. It just kind of sits there.
Does it feel hot, cold? Any itching?
Maybe a little warm.
Unpleasantness?
No. Gives me magical powers.
There is someone who recently came to the city who might be able to assist me. Another wizard from Krissune? I could certainly inquire if he's available.
Name Valiant, by chance?
Kind of one of his eyes go wide. He's like, you are? You have divination? Yeah. You shouldn't call him that right now. Currently, though, I guess he's hiding from someone or something, something or other, something to do with treason or something.
That doesn't sound good.
He kind of shrugs. Sort of not my business.
I'd love to have Lalian over.
Is it truly a good idea to be bringing him around?
He's been valuable to some of my research.
I would just hate to see your tower raided again.
Again?
That time was because I didn't get sanctioned. It does air quotes, sanctioned for an experiment, and a previous apprentice blabbed about it, and then I had got sanctioned, so it's fine now. But Glow Hollow doesn't deal with prisoners and exchanging enemies of state. Trials have to be done, and he's committed no crimes here, so he's fine here. He is going by an alternate name, just for safety.
What is that name?
I don't remember. I just keep calling him Lalian.
Okay. Well, we can talk to him later. We have time.
We probably, at some point, should make some money.
Yeah. I'm pretty broke. That would be nice.
There's plenty of work probably to be done. Depends on what kind of work you want to do.
I'm sorry. She'll kind of turn and look at everyone. Are we just going to ignore the creature we unleashed on this world?
Which one?
I don't believe you were there.
Oh. Go on, then.
The hate that's loose. Kind of an issue.
Ah, well, yes. But it also doesn't pay anything. So while we should do that and take care of that, we should also do things that make us money along the way. Because I need to eat.
Yes, well, as nice a sentiment that is, what are we going to do about it?
Oh, I was kind of hoping that your, master, she looks at the wizard, would have a few ideas.
I'm going to look into the samples that were brought to me, but I won't have any answers today.
See? We're waiting anyway. We might as well go and find some work.
Fine. But I don't believe you all understand the urgency of this matter.
Ooh, rush him! I point to your master.
I don't think you understand how futile that would be.
Then, let's go.
While you're out, if you find anything of value, like perhaps manners, he looks to you, Atria, you should pick some up.
Noted. She heads towards the door.
Well, I suppose it's a plan. She'll follow Adria.
This one go about finding jobs.
Oh, tavern's usually the best place to start. And just so happens it has a good drink as well.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to see the person that's here first.
Sounds like there's a couple people here that are connected to me. Steve, I'm trying to find the name of this person. I thought I put it in my notes, but there was also a curse expert in the area, correct? In the sixth sector?
Yes, I don't remember what that name was when I gave it to you. I don't know if I sent it to you, in like chat or.
Yeah, you sent it to me. Regardless, Regina Theus, Sector 7. I mean, if you guys don't mind, we could meet up with this Regina Theus, get that sorted out. Kind of.
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe she'll know some things about the local area, about finding jobs.
Sounds good to me.
Well enough, I suppose.
I guess now it's the matter of finding her.
You don't know where she is?
No, my patron didn't say that.
You just got like
Oh,
where
yeah,
like the general, like you know it's in Sector 7.
If I were to ask Remy's wizard friend, like, do you know about this person? Do you know where like we could find them?
I would say Remy knows where what all the sectors are and like who governs them. There are a total of like 40, like there's a total of air quotes 47 sectors, but there is like 7 major sectors, and then every sector after that is like a subsector, if that makes sense. So there's 7 lords who like basically control everything here, and so there's like major sectors and then there's subsectors. This city is intricate, and you will absolutely get lost if you don't know what the fuck you're doing. So Sector 7, I would say, Remy would know this, is actually like one of the major political sectors. It's where most of the council chambers are. It's where most people come to meet for like war rooms, trade disputes, and you would know that that is the sector of Lady Belinda of political affairs.
Okay.
Every sector is run by a specific lord or lady.
Okay, yeah, Remy
A
would.
merchant lord or
cool.
lady. They're not royal. They're like merchant lords and ladies.
I know where most of the people in this city are. Where is this person
Okay.
you're looking for?
They're in Sector 7.
And their name?
Regina Theus.
Do I know that name?
You wouldn't really know. I feel like your magic is very much like arcane, and I'm gonna just let you know this off the bat, like with knowing that like it's about curses and stuff. Like curses are more occult. That like they're more dealing with like religion and like other entities from other worlds. They're really not like specifically arcane.
Okay, then she'll. The name doesn't ring a bell, but I can get us around Sector 7 and we can find out.
I think that would be a perfect start. And then maybe we can just ask around, see if anybody's heard of her.
Right then, follow me, and she'll lead everyone to Sector 7.
Such a good tour guide.
It takes a while to get there, but you do get there. It's this city is, again, it's mostly underground. There is parts that are above, like you get some natural light when you go to certain places. You know that like if you were going to like the council chambers and stuff like that, or like the courts happen in this sector. Like so, like if you break the law or and sentencing has to be passed down, you'd come around here. So like you get to kind of the lower part of this sector, where there are shops and stores and things of that nature. Where are you inquiring about this person?
I don't know. Kind of given this city's efficiency, is there like an information, like a desk or something I could go look at or ask at?
There is like an information. It's sort of like before how there was like the map of like the entire city, like a mall map almost. On the other side of these, there are more like immediate, like in your immediate area sort of maps that you could look at.
Okay. Oh, to Valal. What did you say this person does again?
They're an expert in curses, like all things curses.
Curses.
I would have to assume maybe like a researcher.
You do immediately see a shop. Cures, curses, and cruxes.
I'll point at it on the map and I'll be like, well, this would probably be the place to start then. If she's not there, then they might know where she is.
Wow,
Okay.
this city is very well laid out.
Yeah, this is really different from a forest.
Yes,
Very
well,
organized.
what happens when you let smart people be in charge? Come.
Damn.
Everything is very efficient here.
Yeah, Sabine will follow behind. Swishing her tail at that comment.
You're fully in wolf form too. Yeah, you do find a shop, and like all these shops, there's sort of like reliefs. Like there's like everything is built into the wall, but like the walls are like it's again very much like a mall, but there's like kind of like these, I don't want to say faux pillars, but like they're unnecessary pillars that kind of jut out that like denote like a room or a building is in this space specifically. with like what do you call them? What are those things like those overhangs that have like shops and stuff like that have like outside in like New York and stuff like that?
A strip mall?
Awnings is the word I was thinking of. But it has like little awnings and stuff like that and signage, like as if it was an outdoor city almost. It's got like kind of like they try to emulate the feel of that. And in certain places, I'd say you've seen, there are like the ceilings are decorated with like stucco kind of style painting of like the sky or art and stuff like that. This area is less that and more just like nice, intricate but simple. But not it can't be intricate and simple. Sorry, nice simple carvings.
Do we see the curse shop?
Yeah, you do.
Among them.
Mm-hmm.
I'll step up and is there someone there? Is like a bell to ding? Like,
oh, you would go in and it looks very much like a. Roll me an Arcana check, Remy, and anyone who would like to may as well.
It's 15 for me.
I'll go for it, but if it's anything based on like actual information known, I probably would auto fail.
You, I would say, might know some of the stuff here. But what did Adria get?
Just 15.
Okay.
I
got a 15.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm on my phone, so it's taking me a minute to type it into the rolling chat.
Okay, you're fine. I'm imagining yours isn't gonna be, bad. So.
Oof. Oh. I rolled 3, but that's still 10.
Yeah, I would say. Okay, then yeah, it is bad. So I'll go Remy first. Remy, like, you see a lot of like herbs and like poultices and like, I can't think of like another word for it, but like like a mandala is sort of like a religious like symbol. It's used in like sand, I believe.
Still just kind of shuddering. Ugh. Eldritch magic.
Yeah, it's very much that, and you're not like, I don't have a ton of other Buddhist. You're not like a huge, like, I don't know what this is, like, I don't know what they do. Adria, I would say, you have some knowledge of this because of the things that you have grown up fighting and learning how to fight. Like, you're like, okay, this stuff is good for, like, banishment. Like, you use these for banishment spells, and you use these for contacting, like, things, and... You see stuff that's like is some stuff. Some of it is hooky, like oh, it's like a trying to think of something without sounding like a dick. You see shit like palm reading kind of garbage, basically astrology, that sort of a thing. And then like I'd say like Sabine, you kind of recognize some of these like herbs and stuff as like actual curatives for things.
See, like maybe like old family recipes or something.
Yeah, like stuff for like oh, it's like wolfsbane, like it will help you with like or like infections and stuff like that, or that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So this isn't like, I would say to you two, this doesn't appear to be completely like a shop of charlatans.
Sorry.
From your immediate knowledge.
I think Sabine will take point. She'll kind of sidle past Remy, shift to her furbolg form, and just kind of yell out. I'm assuming like there's nobody at the front desk. If there is,
there is. Yeah, there is.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it looks like they're flipping through some sort of like book in front of them.
She'll approach them. Excuse me. Do you?
Yes. It's like she's older human, hair kind of in like a messy bun. There's some of it frayed, but she's in like just a nice kind of, I'd say like it's a pale green sort of like, I don't want to say like it's like a normal dress, and she's got kind of like a leather jerkin over it, and there's like some like vials and stuff with pouches kind of coming out of it. Can I help you?
Yes. Sorry, I'm not the type to play like social politics, so I guess I'll just get straight to the point. My family is in need of a curse breaker, and this is a curse shop. And
We
I
sure
thought maybe...
are. Because is it because the she kind of like motions to all of you?
What does that mean?
She's an actual talking wolf.
Oh, I know. I see. Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
she's in Furbolg form right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then she wouldn't have said that. I thought earlier you said you were you swishing your tail, so I assumed that you were in Furbolg form.
Oh, sorry. I briefly mentioned like she took Furbolg form again when entering the shop.
My bad, I didn't catch it. But yeah, she's like,
Oh, geez.
good.
Go ahead. Yeah, I'm good.
What's the nature of the curse? Are you cursed, or?
I'm also cursed, but I don't want my
Okay.
curse fixed. I don't want it fixed. I like it.
Well, it's entirely dependent on the type of curse. If your family is cursed and you're all tied together, it may be an all or none. We can look at it and see. She kind of
Sabine
motions
looks.
for some. There's like some stools and stuff that are like nearby. She's like, "Why don't you come bring them up to those up to the counter, and we'll sit and chat."
Okay. She looks like slightly shaken at the idea of that, like it might be an all or nothing thing. Yeah, she'll go to where they're instructing her and sit down.
And your friends here, are they in need of any other? Is it just you?
I don't know.
All right, thank you.
Just fine.
Guess it's just me.
Okay. Well, why don't you tell me a little bit about this curse?
Well, if there's room for it, she'll shift to her wolf form and back, just to give her a feel for it. So I'm from a family of druids, and there's kind of this long family story about a family feud that went wrong. It went really bad, and the result was that the surviving family got cursed, and basically our natural wild shaping magic doesn't work right. Everybody's stuck in animal forms, and they can only take their humanoid forms briefly. And some people are kind of losing their minds a little bit. Most of them are, actually.
And what sort of place is this that you're from? Does it have a name?
It's the Salted Forest in Elgrest.
Okay. We're looking for a way. We're looking for information about it. You want the curse actually broken?
I would. My intentions are to break it for my family, but keep it for myself.
Well, we can certainly look at that. So, there's a fee involved, of course.
Yeah. How much is it? And she'll pull out her little satchel.
It's to find out about the curse, 100, and then that cost will roll into the determination of how much it costs to break the curse. So it's sort of let's say it's 100 for me to find out how much it is to break the curse, and then it's a 500 gold job, so you'd owe me the difference of 400.
Okay.
It really entirely depends on the nature of what's going on.
As she's like pulling out her pouch, that she'll just kind of go like, "Well, my name's Sabine. What is your name?"
Oh, sorry. My name is Regina.
Nice to meet you.
You as well.
She'll hand her the 100 gold.
Okay, so she reaches into it reaches into this desk that she's like sitting behind, and you see these like kind of ivory sticks with all these kinds of runes all over them, and she like begins to shake them, and she's like, okay, well, things are gonna get a bit weird. So just,
Just very still.
be cool about it.
Okay.
And she rolls these like ivory sticks, and they kind of some of them clatter in front of you, and she kind of leans over them, looks at them, and sits back down, and you see her eyes start to roll back in her head. The candles in the room flicker dim back and forth, and several of these ivory sticks begin to stand up on end. And it's as sudden as it happens, it stops, and she's like gasping for air. Ooh, well, I have good news and bad news for you.
Okay.
Good news, not a curse.
Oh. Okay.
So you're going to need less me and more of a magician, a traditional magic person.
Oh.
I've got some more bad news. So you
More
said
bad news than good?
your family was cursed to be like animals, right? And they're going crazy? And
A
you're
little bit.
a wolf person? So,
Yes.
so
I was born into it. I haven't really experienced any of the effects yet.
she kind of looks to to Adrian, to Sabine, like kind of like,
I raise a brow.
yeah, roll an insight check.
Ooh, I'm good at that shit. 18.
Okay, she's giving you a look of like, you're about to need to be here for this person. Like you're about
Uh-oh.
you're about to need to brace this person because she's about to drop like a fucking like your dog has super AIDS sort of shit. Like
Uh-oh.
Okay,
you're about to get bad news.
I'll step forward and like put a hand on Sabine's shoulder.
So your family weren't Fearbolg's cursed to become animals.
Okay.
Your family and tribe of the Salted Forest were animals that were given sentience?
I have a firm hand on her shoulder in case she faints.
She like flinches as she says it. Like this woman, like as she says it, she's like kind of like bracing and flinching a little bit.
Sabine definitely is just giving like a blank stare for like a good minute or two.
You good, honey?
Remy would suddenly be interested in this conversation. Be like, oh, fascinating.
It seems like there was someone, according to the spell I cast of divination, there was a wizard who was using sort of a mass awakening ritual and testing your, she gives air quotes, people out on it. And the effects seem to be wearing
that doesn't make it
off.
That doesn't make it better.
I'm sorry, it's not that it's just sort of, it is what it is. I wish
Is it wearing off on me too?
I don't think so. And she kind of like looks like in your eyes and like at you and kind of like does like the little like uses her fingers to kind of tilt your chin like one way and the other. You seem to have some sort of connection to natural magic, and so you should be fine. But those of your people that don't have that are probably going to begin to revert back to what they were. It's less that they're losing themselves and more that they're becoming themselves again.
Oh, no.
Do you know who the wizard is?
I wouldn't, unfortunately. My spell really only tells me about a place and its history. to go deeper into that, I would have to do. I would need more information.
Perhaps Master Raul will know more.
I don't know who that is, but maybe.
He has a running
Sabine's
knowledge
just-
of most wizards.
Sabine is just continuing to stay silent.
Sabine, tell me, what technologies do your people have? Have you had much contact with the outside world? How far
What?
were you able to progress?
Your friend is kind of in shock at this point. I think you should maybe take a step back.
We mostly hunted with bows and ate berries and
O's.
lived in the forest.
I see.
I think there might have been a city deeper in the... According to the stories, there is a city deeper in the forest basin, but I never saw it.
A city. You had permanent structure. Fascinating.
I'm not sure how
That-
these
that-
things are helping.
Well,
My entire worldview has been destroyed.
incredibly fascinating to see how quickly a honestly completely savage people would suddenly gain sentience and knowledge, how fast they would progress through the world.
Correct, right, Steve?
What?
Like the basin did have some form of a settlement, like around the tree.
That's where your people lived. It wasn't like a city. It was like you guys. You said the tree was sort of like your people's like central thing, and so that's where your people like lived in like villages and stuff like that. But there was rumors of
okay.
like it was once a great city a long time ago, and then
I
with
see.
everything that happened in your people's lore, with like the battle between your father and your uncle and stuff like that, what you guys live in is what was left, essentially.
Hmm. Okay. Almost everything I know about my life is from secondhand stories, and this information puts it all into question.
We should take a walk.
Yeah. Was that it?
Um,
Any more good stuff?
Well, I suppose if you could find... I'm not versed in that sort of magic, but it seems like you and anyone who has connection to nature magic should be okay, unless you want to go back to how you were. In which
Okay,
case you'd
okay.
also still need a wizard.
So, some of my siblings are okay. Is druidic magic teachable? Like, could she...
It's possible.
okay.
I would
Okay.
say, like, with like in mechanic speak, with wisdom being a requirement, there may be people who are just too dense or dumb to like get it.
Okay.
And if they're already gone, then
Oh, fuck.
they're already animals. Then the awakening, magic has worn off.
Awaken is
Maybe...
a higher level spell to cast one en masse. I can't even imagine.
Maybe a walk would be good.
All right.
Remy is lost in herself, like just thinking about the logistics
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah, out of character. I have been. The second you told me your backstory, I knew this.
I love that. Okay, well, thank you, Regina.
Of course, if you ever need any other help, or would you like some tea or a place to sit or relax, maybe away from it all, I'm here.
Oh, what a kind woman.
Maybe I'll take you up on that.
Okay.
She'll just sit down. like in the curio shop. Wait, sorry, my brain is fried. Adrian, you needed to go get a letter or something? We were
Won't
we
be
were
ready
trying to
till
find a
tomorrow.
job.
But yes, I would like to make some kind of money somewhere.
Okay.
Honestly,
Maybe.
I whenever I'm unhappy, she kind of like she's looking at Sabine like she's trying to offer comfort. And whenever I'm unhappy, I find a good brawl tends to lighten the mood.
The behavioral implications of that statement are scary.
I don't kill anybody, as long as I'm getting paid to not kill anybody. But
You're not making it better.
Perhaps we could find something of the sort, an arena or a good old. Let's just go to a tavern.
Maybe walking it off will help.
And if that doesn't
And
work, alcohol always resolves everyone's issues.
No,
You feel
I'll
more
turn.
natural as a wolf than as a firbolg?
A
I
wolf?
shoot Remy a look.
What?
Like,
It's a valid question.
A lot of my siblings, the ones that are still sentient, usually prefer firbolg. They're humanoid forms, but I've always preferred my more bestial form.
She said she was born into it. She couldn't have been a beast at one point, right? If she was born into it?
Well, I mean, logistically, if you're an awakened wolf, you would have awakened wolf puppies? I actually don't know. Would you have awakened wolves or just more wolves? More questions to answer.
Oh, okay. Alcohol. We need alcohol.
She'll turn to Regina and be like, "Well, thank you, but
If I
maybe I'll come back."
If I could make a suggestion, I would suggest maybe finding an actual Firbolg enclave, or I don't know what they herd. I don't know what they call themselves as a group, tribe, conglomerate. Anyway, I would maybe see if you could speak to them. If all of your people can revert to Firbolg specifically, there might be a connection there.
Okay.
But I'm not aware of where any would be. I'm sorry.
I'll think about that. You said you had tea. Maybe I can take some of that to go.
I don't really have to-go cups, but you could bring the mug back if you'd like, or you could just keep the mug. It's fine.
Okay.
But she makes some tea. It comes out with this like little green like clay glazed mug, and hands it to you.
She'll just take it and nod her head in thanks, and then start walking you out the door.
It's like 100% like a sleepy time tea.
Oh.
She's like, go to sleep.
Well, just like a calming tea, like a chamomile, like lavender situation.
Well, Remy, I'm assuming there's a tavern around here that posts some jobs somewhere.
Oh, yes, most of them do, in fact. She'll kind of go to that, information kiosk again, and then just, look for the closest tavern.
The closest tavern in Sector 7 would be the Silken Hammock.
Sounds nice.
I'm prepared as fuck, y'all.
The Silken Hammock. I can't decide if that's an innuendo or not. That's the closest one.
Lead the way.
It's easy enough. Like, everything is laid out like a grid in the political center. You do get there. It's not. I'll say, out of everyone here, Adria is probably the most disconcerted about this tavern.
Uh-huh.
Because you don't hear the normal tavern sounds from like outside. Like you don't hear like the raucous laughter and drinking and like music and stuff like that.
What do you hear?
You hear light music, but it's like sort of calming. Like someone is playing like a harp.
This isn't gonna be any fun. She'll like grumble as she walks in.
No, it's going to be civilized.
You are in Sector 7, keeping in mind. So most of the people that hang out here are, politicians and like it's all about political affairs, and so like accountants and bureaucrats and shit like that.
I have a feeling there's gonna be no jobs here that wants to take.
So
Time to get into a fist fight with an accountant.
Yeah.
You punch some guy. My word! My delicate nose!
Just had it done!
You ruffian! And he like holds a hand to his cheek and like a single tear comes out of his eyes. He's like
Oh,
side
God.
saddle laying on the ground. You ruffian!
No.
That's a guy that exists here now.
Oh God.
But you come inside, there's nice tables, and it seems like the tables are made of the same material that this like portion of the sector is cut out of. It's mostly like a marble. So there's like this nice kind of sheen. There is like tablecloths on some of these. People are eating. It's not that, crazy. It's not super decadent in here or anything like that. But there's like breads and people are getting soups and stuff like that. And there are servers. They're not necessarily in like a uniform, but they all have like the same embroidered apron. The servers do. And you are greeted at like a front desk sort of area. Hello?
Oh
Welcome
no.
to the Silken Hammock. Can I help you?
Job board?
Yes, we have listings. We don't have a board, such as it
Half
is.
expected him to pull out like a
He
like a-
does
like a
pull out
fucking-
a ledger.
like a clipboard and just like hand it over.
I mean, kinda. He has like a ledger.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, boy.
He kind of opens it. Sort of depends on the job you're looking for. There's a couple. Looks
This
like
one wants to punch something, and she'll point to Adria.
punch
You
something.
make me sound so violent. No, just
Are
totally
you not?
comfortable. I'm just comfortable in a fight.
There's one job that might lend to your proclivities. There is a minor merchant who is looking for bodyguards for safe passage down to Kraustrow, just to help guard his caravan. There is someone who is looking for some help carrying things from their home to another from Sector 7 here to Sector 6, specifically to Subsector 15. Says, must be hardy, and a propensity for immunity to potential magical incidents.
What?
They're a collector, I suppose. It looks like there's some notes here of rare magical curios and
How much is that one?
looks like it is 5 gold.
That's not a lot, is it?
No.
That's a fairly hefty sum for just some minor menial labor for the day.
He's got a point. We could.
Is it 5 gold per
I
person?
specifically
Or
could do that one.
total?
If you're looking for something more lucrative, I think perhaps another sector might be where you'd want to inquire. Unless
What's
any
the
of you
rowdiest
are
sector?
unless any of you are tutors for any sort of musical instruments, there is a request for tutelage for a young lord's son
I look over at Remy.
that pays about 50 gold a day.
Oh
What are you
wow.
looking at me for?
Why, do you want to play any instruments?
No.
Oh. Sabine?
No.
Well, I think you're right, my friend. Another district might do us some good.
Good luck.
I'll nod to him.
Sabine will take her mug of tea and leave.
Would Remy know which district might suit us better in terms of finding like a job that pays out well?
I mean, there's a ton of so I will go through each sector for you. And then if you'd like, you can either make your own determination or we can roll for it. There is the Sector 1, which is run by Dromos, the Lord of Labor. There is Sector 2, which is run by Zeeg, the Lord of Spices. Sector 3, which is Lale, the Lady of Gems and Jewelry. There is Sector 4, which is Grept, the Lord of Soldiery. Sector 5, which is Heralda, Lady of Provisions. 6 is Ploth, Lord of Magics and Knowledge. And then this sector, obviously 7, which is run by Belinda, Lady of Political Affairs.
Well, if you're looking to punch something, and she'll point to the soldiery sector, possibly this one, or if we're looking to get paid, and she'll point to 2 was the gems, right?
3.
3. She'll point to 3. This district's fairly wealthy.
Let's check out 3. I'd prefer money over violence. In most cases.
She'll lead them to 3.
Okay,
And
it takes
hopefully a tavern.
Yeah. It takes quite a while to get to Sector 3. And you're going to a tavern in 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see here.
As we're traveling, and it's like Sabine's drinking more of her tea, she's kind of coming back to her old self a little bit. You're like, okay, this doesn't change anything for me. I can still work with this.
I mean, I'd say it changes quite a bit.
It's a positive attitude. She'll glare at Remy.
Maybe there's a way to keep the spell going. Have you ever heard of anything like that, Remy?
To be quite honest, the spell Awaken isn't within my particular repertoire. It's more of a druidic thing. Some bards are able to do it as well. But it's fairly expensive. Upwards of 1,000 gold pieces a casting. And that's for a single creature. Which is why I was so astounded when I heard it was done en masse.
Oh.
The type of magical force necessary, not to mention the material cost, is just unfathomable.
So it couldn't have been anybody. It would have had to have been somebody with a lot of resources.
Or someone wielding something extraordinarily powerful.
I find it's usually the latter.
Either way, this development will be very interesting to follow through with. I'm sure Master Ryu would love to know it as well.
Yeah, well, I don't mind sharing with him.
Maybe we do it later, though.
I probably need to send a message at some point through Grusha, whatever her name is. Grella.
We should probably let Master Ryu know at a different time. It's best not to bog him down with too much. He tends to get off
It kind of
topic.
seems like he was easily distractible.
I wouldn't say that.
What would you say?
I would say he has many things going on at once. Best not add too many.
Not easily distractible, more needs a
Overwhelmed?
limited amount of attention.
He doesn't like to say no to interesting things. Let's just say
I
that.
see.
All right, so you guys are in. Takes you a while to get there, but the routes that you take are fairly direct. You do get to Sector 3. You do using the maps. I'd say at this point, like, you all have seen Remy use these maps to the effect of, as long as you can get near a map, you're not going to be lost.
Okay.
From this point forward, it's very straightforward, these maps. But you're also seeing how vast this city is, and there are many times where you look, down as you cross pathways, and you can see down into like these caverns that have like a gajillion walkways going back and forth and across. This is perhaps the largest city you've ever seen. And you do get to the Gilded Pillow Fort.
Huh.
Which is in Sector 3.
The Gilded Pillow Fort? Is that what you said?
Yep.
All right.
Why not? Like Pillow Fort, and then they're fancy pillows.
Beautiful.
Making names up for inns is hard.
No, I like it. I'm not
I
saying
had to
it's
make
good.
12 of them.
It's good. All right, I'll head in.
I will say, Sabine has definitely been sticking a little closer to Adria since she recognized Adria was like empathetic and trying to like provide comfort.
Nice.
She tries.
In her weird, barbaric way. You ruffian! Whose voice am I doing? Oh, I'm doing the voice of the Cowardly Lion from Robin Hood, the Disney's Robin Hood.
Oh God.
Get him!
Oh God, that one.
Mommy!
Amazing.
Hiss!
Yes, hiss!
Oh man, we need to show that to Jack.
You haven't already? How old is he?
5. About
You've seen
to.
it, hun?
It's time.
He has?
Yeah, I've watched it with him.
Oh, okay.
You must shape him into the nerd he will become.
Oh, hey, we watched Treasure Planet the other day, and he absolutely fell in love.
Yeah, you gotta start
that's
early.
a good one.
Heaven forbid he get into sports.
Yeah, start him young.
Yeah, listen, you honestly really can't shape your kid as much as you think you can. My dad tried so hard for sports, and I was the nerd.
We'll
tried to-
support whatever he wants to do. I just will likely know nothing about the sport that he's doing.
Woo! Goal! Mom, I'm playing badminton.
Oh, yay!
Goal!
Sports ball.
Go sports ball! Our team from a geographical location is better than your team from your geographical location. And our color choices and mascot are superior.
I did it right?
The
I
only
did the fan thing.
You did? I did it. Am I being a sports mom? Do I have to fight somebody?
Oh my gosh.
Here's orange slices for the team. Mom, I am not on a team. I am a
you just-
singular badminton player.
You just need to get some bumper stickers.
Yeah.
See, I just want to get the individual sports like archery and chess.
Chess is not a sport.
It is a sport. You can play it competitively and win a shit ton of money.
It's a game. It's a competitive game.
Okay, well, whatever.
There's a lot of things that are sports that are not sports.
I was
Bowling.
gonna say, if they can call esports sports, then chess is a sport.
I agree with that. I just don't think that esports should be considered a sport. I think it should be a different category.
Mhm.
Fair.
They should call it a new thing instead of sports. I know. Golf and, like, bowling, come on, man. That's not a sport.
I mean, those are the kind of
bowling-
sports I like.
Bowling especially. Like, bowling is fun, but bowling is more of a game. I don't consider it a sport, because have you seen professional bowlers? I would not an athlete call any of them. Just saying.
All right, okay, we walk into this tavern.
Yeah. You thought in Sector 3 it was opulent, or Sector 7 it was opulent. This is like this black marble. It's got that kind of kintsugi, like that, like there's like gold vein,
Oh,
like kind of in the marble, and like flecks of it. Polished. The light in here is like this nice kind of like amber glow. The room is fairly smoky. There is music playing. It's not just a harp. It's this sort of, I guess like it'd be akin to jazz in a way, but it's like it's very light and amicable. Such light jazz. Yeah, there's like it's smoky. Like there is drinking. There is a little bit. I wouldn't say it's rowdy, but it's definitely. I'd say roll an insight check if you have proficiency in insight.
ooh, that is a 5. I rolled a 1 plus 4.
Oof.
Seems good.
Def nice in here. For show.
It's interesting. It's classier than you're used to, but this could be. You could see yourself, getting some stuff done here.
This place smells gross.
What? Why?
You said there's like a lot of like cigarette smoke, right?
Yeah, it's like cigarette, like.
It just smells like smoke. Like really smells like smoke.
Oh, that's one of the signs of a good tavern.
Can I help you? Kind of.
We're looking for a job board.
Job board. We don't have job boards. Here, we got a ledger.
Ledger? Great.
Yeah, we have a ledger. It's this dwarven man. He's got like kind of his hair is braided. He's got like one of those like Viking kind of braids. He's wearing like a nicer. It's like a suit but without the top. So he's got like suspenders and like a nice button up, and his sleeves are rolled up, and he's got rings on almost every finger. Some of them have multiples.
When you said suit but without the top, I immediately pictured this man in like a Chippendales outfit. Like that was the first thing my mind went to.
You are
Pants and suspenders, but no shirt. Like
you're looking
so that's
for
the kind of bar we're at.
You're looking for Sector 1. But he kind of pulls out this ledger. Kind of work you guys looking for? We got a couple job offerings here.
What's your highest one?
Highest paying job isn't listed. Depends on your skill set. And how flexible your morals are.
I'm listening.
I'm good at tracking.
You might know somebody for you. Back room there. Kind of points. You see a table, kind of like there's like this like some of these tables in the back are like raised up a little bit for the rest of the floor. Sort of like how like air quotes VIP lounges are. Back there's a fairly wealthy merchant who's looking to hire some muscle.
I look at my friends and like raise a brow.
Doesn't seem too
exactly
bad
what
to
you're
me so
looking
far. Out of curiosity, Sabine's like trying to push herself into this, like to distract herself. What are the other things on your ledger?
Things such as, if any of you understand trade routes, there's some request for working out of trade routes and negotiations, and some perhaps finding information about competitors and transporting goods, things of that nature. Any of those interest you?
She was zoning out.
We are looking specifically for another bartender for the evenings.
Oh.
Well, the
Did we have
merchant
to-
you mentioned sounds promising.
Which one?
Yeah.
Didn't you say there was one
Oh.
like in the bar that she was pointing to?
There was this guy pointed to someone kind of in the back who said that like we have the most profitable. When Adrian said the most profitable one, he said, "Well, our most profitable job isn't listed, but there is someone you can speak to here about. You should maybe if your morals are flexible, there's someone here you might want to talk to."
Okay.
What about that one?
Yeah, let's go
We
talk
can
to
find
them.
out what the work is.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Thank you. I'll look at a guy and nod.
Yeah, no problem. Kind of waves who waves over to the table, kind of like motions at you guys, and you're good to go see him.
Wonderful.
Let's go. Head that way.
You head over. You see a tiefling gentleman, grayer skin, curled horns like ram's horns, and he is got a very pretty woman on either arm. One human, one tiefling, and then he has before you walk up, there is a very big Goliath bodyguard. Kind of just holds up a hand and kind of gets you to stop there, right before the table.
How big is this Goliath, and how strong does he look?
He looks strong as fuck because he is a Goliath, and let's see. He's about 8 feet tall.
All right. Adrian will tuck away that information.
The big
And
guy.
nod to the merchant.
He kind of gives the Goliath a look and nods and kind of uses 2 fingers to do the whole come over here thing.
Got a mob boss here. Okay, she'll step up.
You looking for work?
Depends on the job. More looking for money.
Well, money I have, but I need someone who can be persuasive.
From what I know of Remy, is she persuasive in any manner?
Give me an insight check, first of all.
Because I am not that person. 15?
When he says persuasive, he eyes your weapon.
Oh! Alright. Why, you got something stolen from you?
Not stolen. More like I had claim to it. And then someone else decided to try to claim it. And now I'm looking to get back what it was technically mine.
What was this thing that was technically yours?
There was a caravan headed here. And on it, there was an item of particular note that belonged to me. It was promised to me. All the way from Felis. And it was taken by a raiding party. And now, despite having paid for it, these Neanderthals are trying to gouge me for it. And instead of paying them for something I've already paid for, I'd like to pay someone else to teach them a permanent lesson. So I don't run into this problem in the future.
I was about to be so pissed. I thought it was going to be there was a notebook with an ancient wizard's notes taken from me. I was going to be like, son of a bitch!
I mean, I wish you had said that beforehand, because I would have totally done that. You know, like when it's like when your player says like, "What if this is what actually is going on?" and you're like, "Write that down, write that down." I'm like, God, that's better. And then I was like, "Fuck, that's better. That's better than what I have."
So Bean's just staying silent for the most part, sizing him up.
Okay, are you
Like,
like wanting
given-
to do like an insight, or are you wanting to like gauge him? What are you doing
yeah,
here?
like, because like I'm pretty sure this is a thing that like when somebody's stressed or like they're lying, like they kind of give off like they can give off a pheromone. She wants to like see if she can like smell if he's being truthful about like a marauding party took it.
Okay,
you know?
this will be your perception is like what you get advantage on, right?
Yeah,
Like,
so
not an
this is
insight.
just like
I'm gonna yeah, I'm
flavorful.
gonna okay, yeah, I like that. I like that, but because of the space you're in, I would normally reward that, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage because of the fact that the place that you're in is like a smoky, you know, it's
Oh,
gonna mess
that's-
with your senses a little bit.
No, that makes total sense. She got a 14.
14's still pretty good. He is fairly relaxed. There is sort of he seems to be holding back in some manner. It's hard to tell whether it's because he doesn't trust you. Perhaps what he's asking for isn't exactly on the up and up, or perhaps he doesn't know who you're working for.
Okay.
That sort of a situation. He's holding something back, and it's really hard to tell what it is. But you just met him, so
I think she recognizes that Adria is much more familiar with this sort of line of work, so she stays silent about it, figuring that she probably is aware of it at some level too.
What exactly are you wanting done?
well, they're raiders, so it doesn't really hurt me to say that I would like them dead. And there's a bonus involved if their leader at least is taken care of. But I would like my item back.
How much would you pay us just to get your item back?
Just the item, I'd be willing to pay you, let's say 500 each. Seems fair just to get it back.
That must be quite an item. What are we looking for?
It should be in a chest. The chest will be locked. The reason that these raiders haven't completely tried to gouge me is because they can't open it.
Question.
Go ahead.
If we were to lay waste to this encampment, would we risk harming the box and the contents, or is it strong enough to withstand?
It should be strong enough to withstand, and if there's anything that you do that does damage it, then it may not be what I think it is in the first place. And so, you'd be doing me a service either way.
Wonderful.
You know where they're at?
I have a general idea.
By all means.
They typically make their encampment between here and Godul in the Peninsula Straits.
What did he just say?
They
Gotul?
make their Godul.
Gotul.
Do I know how far away that would be from here? About?
You guys have a map, right?
Yeah.
I assume you have a map. If you look on the
Oh.
map in history, Godul is one of the northernmost cities.
It's across
Here,
the
and
river.
you see, yeah, there's like these rivers and stuff, and he's basically saying like within there they make their encampment.
I see.
Well, Can we get back to you? We have a few other things up in the air.
Sure, if it helps your decision in any way, shape, or form. You wipe them out, I'm willing to pay 5,000 bonus. Not per, but altogether.
Once it's done, would we have to come back here?
Yes. How else are you going to deliver me my package?
Well, there's a mail service. She'll smile at that, like, joking.
I prefer a personal touch to the people I pay.
Fair.
Do you know about how many there are?
I don't.
I think at least I would like to know a little more about these people going into this if we're gonna wipe them out for you, as you say.
Well,
So we can do our own research.
I know that they called themselves the Stone Axe Raiders. They're one of the few raiding tribes that still exist in the area.
Can I roll a history on that name?
Go ahead.
Same. Or would I not be able to?
You would not know. You're not from here. And this is very, like, region-specific knowledge.
Okay.
One D20. Oh, that's a nat 20, and I have +8.
Very nice.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, a lot. You've heard of them. They're not, like, uncommon. Like, so they are made up of. They're mostly a Goliath tribe.
Oh, God.
They do have some tiefling in their mix, but they're very much of the belief that civilized cities, they believe these merchant lords have sort of tried to erase their culture. They believe that they should go back to the way things were. They don't think that, sitting in a stuffy city is true to their nature. They think that this land is a hardy, made for hardy people, and that they've become soft, and so they follow the rule of take what you want and need. And yeah, they're just basically a very tried and true raiding group. They're one of several in these lands that exist. There's some smaller ones, but they're one of the 3 major ones that exist.
Okay.
They don't. I would say that you, with a natural 20, you would know that the other are the Dead Feet and the Ice Hearts, and they do not get along. The reason most of the cities don't really typically send people out to, like, wipe them out is because, like, they are typically constantly in war, and it's not profitable for anyone to really wipe them out. And sometimes, again, a natural 20. Some of them are used by the shadier lords and ladies of varying cities and towns to do dirty work. Like, hey, I'll pay you if there's a shipment coming in. I'll pay you if you intercept it. Or there's someone I don't like coming. I want you to get rid of them. Like, that sort of a situation. Using them.
I see. What do I know of their magical capabilities?
It's very... As far as you know, it's very much like natural magic that they would use. They believe, again, in the old way, so it's closer to druidic or occultic magic as opposed to, like, learned magic. From, like, the general knowledge you would know about them.
Cool.
What that means, I would say, even with a nat 20, I would say probably have never come into contact with them directly, so that's hard to say.
Okay. Would I know... I mean, I know I wouldn't know their exact number, but would I know, like, around what I could expect?
Like, how many there would be?
Yeah, like, just how big of a tribe is this? Like,
They're fairly big. There's a reason that, like, no one's really gone to, like, air quotes, like, wipe them out. And they're not, like, they're not all in one place. They typically have like I try to imagine them kind of like Legend of Zelda moblins, where they have like little encampments, and there's like there could be like anywhere from like 8 to like 20 of them in an encampment. They like kind of spread out because if any of them get wiped out, like it's not all their eggs aren't in one basket.
Okay, so he just wants us to take out this encampment then of them.
Correct.
Okay.
Whichever encampment has their stuff.
Okay.
You're not gonna be fighting like 200.
Yeah, I was
Vikings,
about to be like, you're gonna have to pay us a hell of a lot more than 5,000 gold to wipe out an entire civilization.
Yeah. No, this is like an encampment. Like you would know that like the reason there's all these small encampments as well. Yeah, you know a ton of lore about these guys. The reason there's these small encampments is because even though they're like these factions, like they're still infighting within these factions. Of like I should be the leader of all like the stone axe raiders and that sort of a situation. So they collectively all call themselves the Stone Axe Raiders, and they would come together in necessity, like if they were threatened. But like even within their own group, there is like power struggles
Contention.
Contention. It's sort of why they can be used the way they're used by the hires here, and why no one's really been like it's not worth it to get rid of them, because one, they serve a purpose to people who are in power and are a bit sleazy, and on top of it, like whose benefit would like they're a nuisance more than they're a problem because of their infighting. If they ever all banded together, they'd become a problem.
Okay. I will relay all of that to everyone. And I'll say, this sounds doable.
Well, I think we should make sure it's on our way to where we might be going next.
We have to come back anyway to get payment.
True.
Normally, I would have qualms on just attacking a group of people and with intentions of wiping them out. But if they also believe in the philosophy of the natural way, the strong survive and the weak phase out, it is what it is.
And should you be successful, I could potentially have more work for you.
We'll see about that.
More profitable work, perhaps.
Yes,
now.
well, this sounds good for now.
How do you feel about it, Adria?
I think we can take on the work.
Okay.
We'll be back then.
I hope so. The last group wasn't so fortunate.
Okay, I'll give him a nod and head back.
Well, there you are. Work, and it pays well.
How long would it take us to travel there? Do I know?
It would probably take you a day and a half or 2 days. It really depends on like the weather.
How late is it in the day?
It's like I would say it's probably like the afternoon, like 6-ish.
And is it out in the snow, I'm guessing?
Where this place would be? Absolutely, yeah.
Alright, then we...
It's even more north, right?
Yeah.
Get our winter gear then and maybe head out?
We got winter gear.
I know, like, grab it. We're probably not...
So on the map as well, like, there's not, like, a path for it, because I didn't think to do it, but, like, you know how, like, those little dotted lines show, like, the main roads? There is one that goes directly from Glow Hollow, but it goes, like, straight right across, and there'd be, like, a ferry that would go across the river. And I'd say that this would be something that Remy would know. It's not super well traveled, and typically, things are brought like rarely from down using the river. Like most of the time, you'd be like, oh, like they would use the river for trade here, but because one, it's icy as hell, so like most of the year it's not usable, and two, when it is, you run the risk of raiding parties, so the roads are typically safer. So that there is a road that goes directly across, but it's not well utilized.
What would be the best route then? I look at Remy.
We should probably take the road as far as we can, get as close as possible. It's pretty dangerous going off-road out here. But once we do have to go off-road, straight a shot as possible.
If you feel confident traveling through these lands, Remy, I'll go for it. I'm up for it.
Agreed.
Confidence a strong word.
Capable?
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable. Good enough for me.
Exactly how much firepower you got packed into those spells?
Enough.
Oh, good. Then we'll be fine.
Grab our shit and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Do
book it.
Okay, you're going there directly now.
Yeah,
If
we'll start
you got-
heading out.
Yeah, if we've got enough of the day ahead to get gone.
I mean, you got a couple hours of daylight. Because you're still in the city. It'll probably take you another hour to get out of the city. And then by then it'd be 7.
Mm,
Then maybe we should stay the night and then head out. Then I can get my letter
That's
on the
good.
way out.
Probably a good idea.
Are we staying at your master's place, Remy? Or do we need to get a room?
There's some spare. Well, let's just say there are more beds available, as there used to be a lot more pupils.
I'm gonna choose not to dig into that comment.
Let's go back to your master's place. I
Yes.
would prefer something where we know the person rather than going to just a random inn.
Agreed.
Lead the way.
I'll take everyone back to Master Raoul's.
Yeah, easily enough. And I would say Master Ayul's, we're gonna say, is probably in sector... We'll say he's in sector 5.
Okay.
Cool.
That's who... Even though he's a wizard, he doesn't necessarily work for, Ploth. There are wizards, kind of, every lord and lady, employs wizards. And the sector that he is in sector 5. The Lady of Provisions. He very briefly comes on the intercom. What? Okay, come up! And he just, immediately is the door opens. Doesn't wait. Just sees who you are and is like, alright.
Wonderful.
Take the elevator up. Yeah, you have use of the space. He doesn't seem to notice or mind. He seems to be working.
If there's an open commons room,
Yeah, it doesn't look like it gets much use, but he does have
Sabine would
the main
probably
room.
okay. I think she'll probably just curl up in direwolf in the center. and just sleep there.
Adria will go find a bed.
You find there is a room. There is 4 beds in this room. Dusty, but usable.
Does Remy come into this room?
Probably, unless Remy has another space there that she sleeps.
This would be like the area where you would have slept.
Then yeah, she goes in there.
Okay, she'll turn to her and say, I told myself I wasn't going to ask, but now I feel like I need to as I look at these empty beds. What happened to the food?
Well, you know what happened to 2 of them. Do you really want to find out what happened to the rest?
Probably not.
Remy will prestidigitate one of the beds clean and then lay into it.
Adria will look longingly at that, and she'll, would you mind? And point to another bed.
She'll stand up and clean one off and just... You holy people.
Thank you. I'll lay down, get comfortable.
It's a lumpy bed, but it is decent.
Oh, good.
It's not the worst bed you've ever slept on, but you could tell no one has slept on this bed for a very long time.
Well, you'll just relax.
Go to sleep.
Yeah, easy enough. What is Adria's passive perception?
Passive. Remind me what you add into that.
It should be 10 plus your plus your perception.
Oh, my perception is a +6.
Okay.
So 16?
16 total. Okay. He'd have advantage. Okay. Yeah. Nothing. Don't worry about it.
I am worried about it.
Don't worry about it.
No perception from Sabine. Is she too far away?
No.
Okay.
No. You're in the common room area, so you wouldn't have needed any of that.
Cool. In terms of the next day,
Mm-hmm.
Sabine wakes up early. Probably finds what she would assume is a piece of trash scrap paper of Raoul's to write a letter on.
Yeah,
and she has it ready by the time everybody's awake.
Yeah, he's awake. You wake up and he is still awake.
Raoul, do you have a piece of paper? Maybe just one of your old notes or something?
He's looking at a document or something. He's writing something down, but with his other hand, he fishes out one of his pockets and just not even looking at you. Here you go. Just hands you a piece of paper.
Thank you.
There's a little scribble on it. It says let's see here. It says 7 1/4, and then it's scratched out, and then it says 2 average, and then that's it.
Okay. She'll just try and write around it. and have her letter by the time everybody's been going.
Okay. Yeah, the rest of you wake
you
up,
guys-
and as you guys wake up, Ryul walks past you. I'm going to bed, and he just goes to his room.
I want to take 10 minutes to change Rorschach.
Okay. Into.
I'm trying to decide on something that can fly.
Would you still like him to be the same, inky kind of boy?
Oh, hell yes.
Yeah,
Always.
I love Rorschach. I love
Is that your
the
familiar?
the dancing spider thing.
I think I'll turn him into a hawk.
Okay. Yeah, this inky hawk is there. I'll say he still has the same number of eyes as the spider has.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's just creepy and cool. This is the spider I always imagine him as. The little signal dancing spider.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I don't like spiders. There's 2 or 3 spiders that are cute. Little jumpy spiders, crab spiders, these spiders, and daddy longlegs, I guess, are okay because they're just a fucking ball on stilts.
How about huntsmans?
No thanks. I would take a golf club and fucking shoot them in the sky.
We're getting off track, but apparently some people
huge.
find them really cute.
Yeah, I
Because,
guess it's because they're friendly though.
Yeah. They're typically friendly and they're not poisonous. So
Yeah.
people just kind of let them hang around in Australia.
Yeah, they're non-aggressive. I've ever seen the video of the dude in Australia who's who would ever be afraid of this? And it's as big as a fucking small dog, and he uses his foot to nudge it, and the spider freaks the fuck out and tries to run away from him, and it's he's on linoleum, so the spider's tripping and falling and scattering and trying to get the fuck out of the door.
I haven't seen that, but
Why is your dog a spider?
oh, that's a cool image.
Yeah, but they're huge, and so that's what's terrifying. Spiders are terrifying.
Oh yeah,
Inky
I agree.
Hawk Rorschach.
There you go. Just a fucking many-eyed ink hawk.
I'll keep him on the book till I needs him.
Okay. Yeah, but it is the next day.
Good morning, you two.
She's up, etching spells into her axe and shield.
Ooh.
Very-
Morning.
What are you doing?
I point to the arcane symbols. Say my spells. I stay here.
Oh, you cast your magic through your weapon?
She nods and think of it like a spellbook.
Interesting. So kind of like Remy.
Kind of.
Yet not. So very not.
So very not. Did we see if your master has learned anything?
Didn't you see he just went to bed?
That's entirely unhelpful.
I wouldn't wake him. That's how we lost that one. I'll just point to one of the cots.
Okay, well, let's see if I have a response from my sister, and then we'll head out of town.
All right then. Lead the way.
I'll head back to the magic message place. What was it called?
Wand.
Wand. Why did I want to call it like messenger or something? I don't know. Anyway.
It's a rival business they took out.
She, as they're walking, she kind of gets...
Face tome messenger.
As they're walking and they get closer to it, she gets fairly quiet. You can tell she's like bracing herself.
Still upset at your sister?
I don't imagine this response is going to be a kind one. It hardly is when it comes to Adele.
Siblings can be hard.
Keep thinking of Adele songs.
That's what I was gonna say. I set fire to the rain.
My sister is a pain.
Hello from the other side.
Yeah. Sorry, sister, I fucking died.
To Sabine, she'll add, I am a continuous disappointment to her.
Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest, and she
Oh,
thinks that I failed in every aspect of that responsibility.
Which is so
Interesting.
funny. I have had this message written since last session.
Oh god.
Have you done anything to prove the opposite?
You see Adria kind of like deeds into herself for a minute. And she certainly wouldn't think so.
Remy says that with not as like a dish. She's like just reading her book like as a actual query like.
She probably doesn't even notice that Adria like goes,
doesn't make it better.
yeah, like Adria like gets all like depressed and she's just like, wow.
Well, I don't know. I have 7 siblings. And if I've learned anything from having that many, I don't know. Everybody's responsibility is their own. Whatever she says. You seem like a good person.
Except for the fact that she's right in many aspects of it. But
doesn't matter.
Another time. When I've had many drinks.
Noted.
Yeah, but
okay, I'll go to the shop.
Yep. Oh, you're back, great.
Do you have a response?
Yep, here you are. She kind of slides the paper across the thing.
Okay, she picks it up and she just pauses for a minute before she opens the paper.
It says, "Mind your own business. I did what I had to do to protect Mom. I wasn't the one running off and attending parties with politicians."
God damn.
I love that you have just now decided she's a scathing hateful bitch, and I wrote this 2 weeks ago.
She is a scathing hateful bitch.
I mean, yeah.
She folds it and puts it in her bag.
Sabine will pass the letter that she's written to Grella.
Yeah.
Hello, Grella. Grella,
Yep.
would you mind sending this to the Salted Forest in Elgrest?
Just the forest?
I guess go in a little ways. Look for somebody named Quirion.
Is there a city or a town? It's just a forest as far as I know.
Just forest. There's a bunch of people in there.
Okay, so there's a town or a tribe or something?
Yeah.
Where in the forest?
Um,
Because otherwise, if I send my person out to do this, they're just gonna throw it on the forest floor and walk away.
what is that information she can give?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she'll give that. A little further in on the eastern side. There should be a group of people that live there.
Okay.
Big tree.
Sure. Big tree.
Look for a big tree.
Big tree in a forest. Sounds good.
Really lanky furball guy named Quirion.
Sure.
He has glasses. They're made out of crystal.
Okay.
How much is
Just a letter?
fat?
Do you need it?
Yeah,
need
just
it
a letter.
fast? Do you just need it to get there? Do you need it fast?
Fast, please.
10 gold.
She'll give it to her.
Okay.
And
She,
just out of curiosity, during this interaction, does Grella have the same scent as the previous Grella we encountered in Hraustro?
Roll an insight check. With advantage. Because why not?
Okay. 15.
Yes, she does.
Interesting. Okay. Noted. Yeah, she'll give her the 10 gold.
Yeah. She takes it, knocks on the door. A witch in just a regular black robe comes out, just a regular broom. The salted forest, look for a big tree. She raises an eyebrow at Grella, and Grella just shrugs and she sighs. Takes the letter, walks past you.
I might have more money soon. I can tip you when you come back.
That's sort of not how it works. She'll get another assignment from me there. She doesn't necessarily live here.
Oh.
Yeah, they
she's
travel
gone
around.
now, so
they
I
have
guess
if you want to work for me, I can certainly tell you how it works. You have seasons, so you'll work for 6 months and be off for 6. And when you're working, you stay in there's bunkhouses back in each of these wand shops, and they take letters, and
Oh.
I send them out from wherever they end up.
Well, I'm pretty busy, but if I ever need a job, I'll ask you.
Okay.
Thank you, Grella.
Yep. Anything else? Nope. Bye.
No. Goodbye. I had to check because I needed to know whether it was the same person or if it was a Nurse Joy situation where there's just dozens of twin sisters or something.
Sorry, I'm typing something real quick.
No worries.
Should have did an owl. There's so many cooler tribal owl tattoos. Plus, an owl with spider eyes would be fucking creepy.
Spider eye.
Yeah, it would be. And it turns its head, and there's 2 in the back.
Ooh, fuck yes.
360 no scope. Ooh. All right, sorry
So-
for done writing that. What's going up now? What are you guys doing?
I think now we
go.
start heading out. Yeah.
Okay.
Booking it.
All right. You guys begin to book it. Such as
Yes.
it is. and you begin to head northwards.
Throw on my horse onesie.
Yes, it's called
Oh
fashion.
god.
It's called fashion. Look it up.